The last benefit of the STEM implementation at the schools is to have more innovators in the future and more inventors in the future. We have several examples of this in the last 10 years and 15 years if you look at some of the developments and inventions at the technology. So Steve Jobs, founder of the Apple computers and iPhone, and also he created so much capital and investment and opportunities, including all hardware, software, and all applications and iPads. And also, if you look at the founder of the YouTube, Mark Zuckerberg, also was a great inventor about YouTube, and he connected so many people together in the online setting. So actually, those inventors, if you look at them, they were surrounded with so many resources and so many great men and people while they were in their childhood. For example, Mark Zuckerberg and his father uh, hired him as a tutor from the college when he was in the middle school level, and he was a college professor, and he was learning all upper level computer programming. So, and if you look at those, also Steve Jobs, he changed all cell phone feature with connecting human body with the skin and touching and to the technology. And also, it is a great invention. Also, there are very famous scientists in the past. So one of them is Piaget. Piaget, as you know, he's the very important and influenced so many educators and scientists in the psychology, in the cognitive development, and the genetic epistemology. It means genetic learning process of the children, and also constructivism. And Vygotsky also is live in the same area as Piaget lived in Russia, in Europe, after French Revolution in 1898. He was born in Switzerland, and he lived in Neuchâtel. Sometimes he went to France. His inspiration actually is at Darwin and also an evolution, because he had a opportunity by his uncle in the Neuchâtel Natural Museum when he was 10 years old, and uncle put him at the work to classify mollusks. And so basically he saw all those different groups of the mollusk, and so classify them. So he came up with the idea also people and children are different learners, and so what makes them different in terms of learning and processing the information. After that, he applied all this evolution into the learning process of the human brain. Also, Seymour Papert was a great inspired by Piaget from South Africa. He's a scientist, and he's 92 years old, and he's MIT professor. And also he's a mathematician and computer scientist. He worked with the artificial intelligence. Also, he came up with the idea that the computers change a lot of things in the child development, and he thinks that dealing with the computer, implementation computer in the education is going to be a great way to explore and to get the children, current generation, to explore great things in the future, because he thinks that the settings of the classroom are very important. Like the Vygotsky talk about social effect of the education and settings for the education. And so all these scientists actually inspire from each other. Some of them live in the same area, some of them didn't live in the same area, they didn't see each other, they didn't text, they didn't talk, but they came up with the same idea. So every century there are great scientists come up with the idea. So as an educators, we have to find a way to create our inventors and scientists for the future, because the future is waiting for other people, and the future should be brighter than today. So how we are going to get those students at the schools to innovate? I believe STEAM curriculum implementation and holistic approach to educate students in the school setting is going to allow students to explore their talents, potentials, and to be creative. So there are different programs for this. There are different ways to establish this. and there are different projects. So, for example, media club activities and television in the school setting is going to open so many opportunities and the doors for students to interact with the real life, interviewing with the people, and editing video, get the pictures, and going to events, and actually re-editing the socially interaction with the people, and every event, every person is another opportunity for them to be engaged. Any cross-curricular activities at the school, let's say social studies teacher work with the language art teacher, and they work about the business plan, writing a business plan for any student is come up with the idea. After that, they advertise their products, and they come up with any type of selling strategies and marketing strategies and a website. So it's kind of real life applications. So in the middle school level, you imagine that any student is able to be creating his or her own brand by utilizing all the resources. Because as we mentioned, scientists and engineers and doctors, also they have to be interfering with so many different tools and the resources interfering with the other job categories. Let's say doctors should be dealing with the computers and new biomedical engineering devices. Lawyers have to deal with the computers and different type of video conferencing or any type of case studies, and maybe different programs to isolate so many case studies, and instead of spending so much time, there should be a program for lawyers to come up with a different type of solution to any case. I'm talking about engineers also should be engaging with so many design, so many productive ways of enhancing their studies. So these are great things because our resources are advanced and progressed every year, every time. If you look at the time zone, interval of the time zone for invention of the new things has been shorter. It means in 50 years we might be having so many opportunities and so many new things. So that's the reason that our students should be learning all these resources, and in order to be innovator like Steve Jobs, like Piaget, like Vygotsky, a scientist, and also Seymour Papert. Thanks so much, appreciate it. Again, the benefits of this STEM implementation, let's summarize. Student achievement, engaging student to use all his potential by including two part of the brain, and get them use their cognitive skills, and also get them successful and contribute to global economy, and also get students to be innovator in the future. Have a good day. Thank you. Burada biz iki tane şey kabul etmiş olduk. Yani dedim şu ayrı ayrı yapmayalım.